What's going on, guys? My name is Gideon. Today, we have this thing. And instead of flying it, I'm sure there's plenty of videos of people flying it. We're going to try to disassemble it. So, I'm just kind of curious to see what's inside. Don't really know what's inside. I mean, obviously there's going to be a board and there's motors, but I'm curious to see how this thing works, so we're going to disassemble it. Let's take a look. Where can we disassemble it? We're going to need screwdrivers. I'm going to grab some screwdrivers. Take a look. This should do it. Or not. I'm not entirely sure what removing those screws achieves. Let me remove these. Of course we can take off the propellers, I'm sure that's a thing. Oh, they're screwed in. Okay, I'll take them off later then. I'm pretty sure those are the first screws I'm supposed to remove. That just seems logical. Am I using the wrong screws? Or screwdrivers? It's very possible. Here's an SD card. Generic 2 GB SD card. Focus. Doesn't matter. 2 GB SD card. It says 2 GB on it. Let's see if I can take apart the. Unscrew the camera maybe. Come on. I don't think that achieved anything. Other than making it really hard to take out now. Oh, one of the screws came out. Okay, we're getting somewhere. You get one of those screw plates. Here we go. Screw plate. Alright, so this screw can go on the screw plate. So these screws do come off, just need to be more patient. Huh. How did that one come off so easily? Well, it's loose now. There we go. 4 screws out. Alright. See if I can push this through here without breaking the cable. It's just solder bone, so I mean, if I break it, I guess I could just resolder it if I actually cared. I don't really. Oh, it comes out like this. Oh, aha. Okay. So there's a piece of plastic. It looks like this. So there's that. And now we have the drone. Or at least some resemblance of it. Seems like this is also screwed on. So you can take it out. No? Try another one. Okay, I'm not gonna bother like trying to unscrew these screws. They can stay in the camera if they want. Well, there's more to come out though. Or not. That's cool too. Alright. At least we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Alright, this camera is now loose. Oh, it's connected up to the... Okay, let's see. How is this connected up? This is like... so meticulous. Alright, let's unscrew this thing. Let's unscrew this and... Right. Oh, they just come off easily. One is counterclockwise, one is clockwise, and they're both white. I think DJI had the better idea when... Oh, they would say B1 and A1, but still. I think DJI had the better idea when they color-coded clockwise and counterclockwise propellers. That makes a lot more sense to me. I'm not sure if all of DJI's propellers are color-coded, but I know the Phantom series, like Phantom 4 and 3, they're both color-coded. The Mavic that I had was color-coded. It wasn't necessarily color-coded, it just had like a white ring, but in my opinion, that's a little bit easier than looking for an A1 or a B1. Alright. Alright, now that the propellers are off, I'm kind of curious to see which motors turn clockwise, which turn counterclockwise. So we have the 1S battery that came with the quadcopter. We're gonna plug the 1S battery in, and we're gonna see what each of these things do. If I can find the... Oh, it's right here. Okay. Oh gosh. Alright. Alright, let's turn this on. Alright, sorry, my camera and that camera, both of them, hit a 4 GB size limit, so I don't know when I recorded and when I didn't, but we're gonna keep going because I don't care. I like disassembling this. This is more fun than recording it, although I would like to share it on YouTube, but this is more fun. Okay, so what I determined was these two spin clockwise, these two spin counterclockwise, so they are, of course, it's a quadcopter, so of course 2 would spin counterclockwise and 2 would spin clockwise. Makes sense. I just find that interesting. Okay. So it seems like these cables are connected along this bar here, so there's got to be a way to take it out of the bar. But there are like no more screws. Okay. Let's see if I can do anything about this. If I push this down. Aha! I'm getting somewhere. Okay, we can push the frame out. There we go. I'm getting somewhere. Oh, this one's not out. Alright. And it's free. So the entire quadcopter is just this thing. Basically, this is like a tiny whoop, except bigger. I find that interesting. Okay. See where this camera's connected up to. Oh, well, a screw just fell out. So, let's put it in my screw tray. The battery connector seems to be soldered in. The motors don't seem to be soldered in. I don't know, can I pull it off? What is this? I just want to take it out. I just don't know where the cables are going. Oh, well, there's screws on the board. We can take the screws out of the board. Of course, my first thought is to unscrew everything. I'm not surprised at all that this kind of quadcopter only costs like $50 or something. I looked it up. It's like $50 on eBay. I'm not surprised at all. Like, there's not much to this board. There's like no power distribution board or anything. It's just, everything's on one little board. I don't know what this is. Seems like there originally was like some kind of cable and it got disconnected. It looks like this. This thing right here. I know it's not focusing, but it's this thing right there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is, but that's okay. Just keep going. I need a new camera. Something that won't have a 4 GB file size limit or auto splits it or something. That's okay. There we go. Now we're not getting anywhere. Because it's off these like rubber stands, but it's still connected into the board, which is like a major problem. There's got to be a way to take these out. Take these out. Let's try. Fingernail, fingernail. There we go. Yeah, they're not soldered in. These are like the Lego connectors you find on cell phone boards, except they're like way more plugged into the board. They're plugged in very snugly. I believe those are... Oh, actually, I don't know what these cables do because they just go in and disappear. So I have no honest clue what they do. But we're gonna remember that these four had like red and yellow cables. So these four right here connected up to these red and yellow cables. The autofocus on these cameras is worse than the Panasonic GH5, I swear. Okay. Well, the yellow cables are out of the way now. Yellow and red. So these first two. So now I'm going to try to take out the cables here. These ones. The 6 and... So the first two I'm taking out that is closest to this thing is red and black. And red and black cables go... All these cables are different colors. Like, even the cables that go to the motors are different colors, so I guess I'm gonna have to figure that one out later. Oh, actually? Okay, so this first red and black one goes to the LED cable. So the LED is the first one that is closest to the thing sticking out. I don't know what this is. I wish I had like a wedge or like some kind of pry tool or something. Okay. This is an LED cable. Or yeah, cable to the LED. It's probably like 2 volts or something. I don't know. I'll be able to find out later. Okay, so these next 2 red and black cables, the one closest to the edge of the board but still closest to this thing, these go to the other LEDs which are located on the bottom of the drone. I'm not gonna lie, for $50 this drone isn't terribly made. There we go, okay. These 2 go to those LEDs. The only thing actually soldered onto the board is actually the battery connector cable. Nothing else is soldered on. I think it's okay, so there was 4 red and yellow connectors. Those probably go to the motors, but then there's also 4 red and green connectors which also seem to go to the motors. I don't know the difference. There's only 2 cables that come out to the motors. This board is quite bare bones compared to every other quadcopter I've seen. Which is no surprise considering it's $50, but it's also quite a small board. Maverick has multiple boards. Actually, that's most boards. There's like a power distribution, a flight controller, the ESCs, but this thing, everything's on one board. Which is interesting. I just realized. Oh! I think this is the antenna. That would actually make a lot of sense. I think this is the antenna. Because there's no antenna anywhere else, I think. I guess that's something I gotta test. Is that the antenna? Take it off. Put it back on. I mean, it's only soldered on. I could just desolder it really quick. Using a screwdriver as a pry tool worked. Semi. I don't know what this red stuff is, but it's quite annoying. I think we're not at the 4 GB limit yet. I hope. Okay. In my opinion, it is a lot easier using a screwdriver to take this off than it is trying to use my fingernails. Alright, well, they're off now. One more. And that's the camera. Camera cable has four cables on it. Camera connector has 4 cables. Everything else had 2 cables. So I'm gonna assume 2 are signal or something like that. There's no video transmitter, which explains a lot about, yeah. That's $50. I wonder if I could mod it to include a video transmitter though. Alright. We out. Okay. So this is the main board. If it will focus. Don't know, come on. Focus. I need like one of those fancy DSLR cameras. Don't have one. Whatever. No autofocus me. way overexposed. There we go. Okay. But this is entire thing. This is just a bunch of connectors. There's a mini processor. I'm curious to see what's it on the processor actually. Like, what is it powering? What's it being powered by? It's a 1S battery, so it can't be that powerful. What's the 3.7 volt? Like other quadcopter batteries, they're like 14 volts, 15 volts. Phantom's like 15 volts. The 4S batteries are like 14 volts. I mean, 3.7 volts is quite low. So we have a camera. I mean, this could be just like my 480p camera, 480p spy camera. It's so small, like honestly. This is literally a pinhole camera. The thing is so small. It's tiny. I know it's 480p, but like, it's so small. Find a way to interface with this thing. Maybe it's open source or something. Or even just use this dang board. Connect it up. Boom. Instant whatever. I thought the quadcopter beeps. I just realized that. I don't know what makes it beep. This is like the frame of the quadcopter, but I don't know how to take out the cable. I don't want to like cut into it. But that looks like the only option. Yeah, I kind of don't want to cut into it. I don't even know how I would reuse this frame. You just like can't. It's like everything's stuck in there. Oh, there's lights. I think that there's 2 more cables for light. They're for lights on the bottom, and then that would make a lot of sense actually. So, because these 2 are lights, I can assume the other 4 connectors are lights. So there's 6 connectors for lights, which are on the bottom. There's 4 connectors for motors, which are on the top. And then there's the 1 connector on the side, which is the camera. And then the soldered in battery connector, and that's it. That's everything. Well, since both of my cameras fell, that's going to be it for this video. If I find anything more interesting, I'm going to obviously post it again, but thanks for watching. Bye.